Hello beer tubers and welcome to yet another Throwback Thursday on the Master of Hoppets with me, Peter, the Master of Hoppets, joined by
Brett's
of NEIPA. And we're doing a Throwback Thursday because I thought it'd be fun to get Brett's thoughts on this beer on camera.
Yeah.
This is none other than Treehouse Very Green. And yes, I already reviewed this beer. This at one point was one of my most sought after beers or IPAs because I love I still really enjoy green, but having it again, I was
Giga Green was very nice.
Giga Green was really fucking great. The regular one was also nice, but
A bit unbalanced.
Maybe it's just because we just try so much IPA nowadays. Yeah. It could be. It's still fantastic beer, but this one I also really enjoyed, and I reviewed it on the island of Madeira.
Yeah.
On a mountain.
Lovely island.
Yeah, on a mountain with Shao. Shao was not in the video, but he supplied the can. Atlantic Beers on Instagram. But now we have it again. 8.3% double IPA version of Green, Galaxy IPA. They also do Very Green. We haven't gotten to try that one, but since they already made King Julia's again this year, I'm guessing that one will come out again as well. So maybe we can get to try it. But yeah, 8.3%.
Yes.
Let's revisit this one
when
you try it for the first time. It looks nice. It looks very similar to Green that we had.
It's pretty cool when we've just had Green and Giga Green because
that's what I thought.
That's clear in our memories. So.
Yeah, and it's a very similar color, but maybe not as saturated looking as Giga Green. It is a similar color. It's still saturated
because it's high ABV.
Yeah, it looks like somewhere in between in terms of color of Green and Giga Green. Yeah, it's just I remember Giga Green looked a bit more.
Yeah. But this is a shade darker, I think. Just because of maybe higher alcohol,
more malt.
Yeah.
But nice and like orange.
Yeah.
Dark orange. Off-white. Hey, let's check out the aroma. Smells very nice. More classic, soft, juicy treehouse.
Yeah.
Really Fiden's like.
I think
what they're doing. It's like this really
Fiden's is treehouse like.
True. Fiden's is treehouse like.
But it's like that orange sorbet.
Yes. Crazy
basil.
overripe.
I'm getting that basil thing. Though.
Yeah, I am too. Like Thai basil on this one. It's a bright spiciness, which is awesome. But this crazy, gushing, overripe, stone fruity, like almost moldy fruit, juicy aroma. Mango, papaya. Yeah. Definitely also has the classic kind of juicy fruit bubblegum vibe that Treehouse is known for.
But it's cool with that, bright basil note to kind of counteract it a bit.
But I can instantly smell. It's these kind of IPAs that I'm a bit fed up with. It smells fantastic, but it's just that really overripe juiciness. I think it's just a bit much.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like it smells fantastic.
It has enough brightness or like dankness or whatever.
To counteract it.
Yeah, I still like them quite a bit, but
me too. But this one just is so like that's the thing with Fiden's that has had a little bit of brightness besides maybe the last one we had.
Yeah. But otherwise they've been really good.
It smells fantastic though. I shouldn't complain too much.
It smells really nice.
It does. Let's try it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Definitely also showcasing the herbal side of Galaxy.
Yeah.
But more juicy.
Basil, herbal.
Yeah. And it's
lightly spicy, side.
Yeah. Peppery.
Yeah.
But it's not a lot.
No.
It's definitely more of a melon and overripe, juicy, fruity character.
Yeah.
It's a fucking great double IPA. I just want more brightness. Like it's really fucking great. It's just and it's so juicy. It's really juicy. But it's nice that it has a bit of that like pepper and spice and herbal thing just to combat some of the juiciness. But there's so much like overripe, melony, mango-y,
peachy apricot,
and that's kind of regular juicy fruit bubblegum type thing.
I was just about to mention mango again.
But there's so much of that. It's so saturated on juicy esters, and I think
it will get more as it warms. It will get a bit more juicy.
I think so. And the fun thing is like that's what I'm looking for less and less in IPAs. Like I want them to be juicy in New England IPAs, of course, but I just want some of that singiness.
Yeah,
and
singy and juicy. But it has some singy or like as you say, probably more like peppery
flavor.
Slightly herbal thing to. But that's not the same as like a zinginess, because zinginess is more like bright fruit.
Yeah.
And like lime pith.
Yeah,
lemon
and
pith.
pineapple and all this like exotic.
Zesty pineapple and
Like I don't think per se this is very much exotic fruits. There's a little bit. It's just like this crazy overripe fruit. But we went nuts for flavors like this in the past with so many brewers, Equilibrium and Treehouse, and like the finest ones have been really good. But the finest ones that we've had that we've really loved, the Triple IPA and Loose Boots, weren't all juice. It had some of that brightness. Yeah. Whereas both Necessary Means and Cheap Heat, they were towards this kind of really overripe, juicy Treehouse side. Really yeast focused, really yeast centric. Which I totally understand. There's so many people that love this because it's like crazy dripping multi-fruit juice flavor. I just love when it tastes a bit like hops too, and it tastes like, it has an edge because it's an IPA.
It's quite kind of off topic, but I really want some Alchemist again.
yeah. We should try and get some.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe not this shipment because we have so much coming in for 4th of July.
We should really get some because I can feel I really miss that.
It's in the middle.
Yeah, it's right there in the middle.
But I will say at the moment, some of the beer I've been enjoying the most, just crushing and drinking, has been like the new school West Coasters from Spice. Yeah. I want to drink more of that. It's it has that bright profile, which I really enjoy. It sounds like I hate it. I still think this is a world-class Galaxy IPA.
I think it improves as it warms because, not necessarily because it gets more juicy, but just because New England IPAs are better at around 8 to 9 degrees Celsius. Yeah,
and they're better at not freezing temperatures, and that's totally true.
Yeah, they just get that right complexity of flavors. But
yes, and this is just a bit of rant on my whole state with these kind of IPAs, I guess. But this is a world-class hazy IPA. I'm not going to go 98 like I did back in the day, but I think I'd put it around green. The 96.
I'll say 95.
Yeah, I was thinking 95, 96, around that territory. I think it's definitely world-class IPA. I just snap.
Yeah,
right.
But it has
it does
like herbal.
But there's just
spicy,
like the first sip. There's
just a different kind of snap.
I know, but it's just not the snap I prefer. But
because it's a dry beer.
It is, and that's awesome.
It's not dry,
and that's really nice.
Yeah,
it's not overly sweet, which a lot of New England IPAs are.
It's juicy and sweet up front, but it finishes quite dry.
Yeah.
So.
But it's fun because just when we started getting these, I was at a at a spell of like being a little bit sick of New England IPAs, just because I had so many that were these just like so crazy juicy.
Yeah.
And then we went through all this monkish, and I got like super excited about IPA again. And then we've had a few once in a while now where it's like these just really, really ripe juice ones. It's just like, I guess I'm more or less sick of overripe sweet IPA. Not necessarily
just sweet IPA.
Yes,
I hate sweet IPA.
It's not necessarily New England IPA because Monkish's style is also New England. They just do it a bit different, West Coast like. If we have to bring them into every single conversation about IPA, or you talk about Alchemist. I think I'll also enjoy that more, just because it strikes a balance between both worlds.
Yeah, and it has actual bitterness. They actually put bitterness hops in there, so quite a bit of it. So,
so I guess it's just a bit of preference, and also because this is probably, thinking of it, one of the styles we've drunk the very most of.
Yeah. Absolutely, and it's also the most popular style of beer in today's modern beer culture. So it makes sense.
So not to diminish this beer, and I kind of seem like a dick. I'm not trying to be a dick towards Treehouse or Very Green or anything. It's just maybe not exactly the preference I have nowadays. It's still world-class beer, and it's fantastic, and I'm very happy we sit here and drink. We're very privileged to sit and drink this. But, it is really good. It's just like if someone said, do you want Very Green or do you want Plant That's Gotta Roll? Plant That's Gotta Roll all day.
Absolutely.
So that's just our preference.
Yeah.
And mine. So fun little reflective review there. Throwback Thursday. Revisit to this one. We still, as we said, had to try and get Very Green at one point,
Yeah, it will probably happen.
Because Double Ganger was that was crazy. compared to something like this.
It's insane, but also
it's one of my favorite.
But also very hazy.
Yeah.
I think very hazy and Doppelganger have been probably the best.
Best treehouse, I agree.
Yeah.
And not double, but double ganger.
Yeah.
And very, very hazy. Probably some of the best treehouse, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also beers that brew a lot. And I used to think this the same about this, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's peppery. A little bit too peppery, herbal, whatever. It's still a fantastic beer, but I think I also prefer those more for sure. But yeah, running long, guys. If you guys had a chance to try Very Green in recent times, let us know what you thought of it. Revisiting this juicy banger. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And we're going to say cheers.
Yeah.
And see you guys in another beer review.